everybody. Welcome back to the Real and Respawn podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Hudson, and with me today I have a good friend and fellow gamer, Garrett. How you doing today, Garrett?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna push through it today.
Well, hopefully the topic can make you a little bit untired, because we're talking about a game that's a game and it's kind of been sensational these last couple of months. I'm not gonna lie. It's called ReAnimal. We watched him play it on stream. You should 100% go check him out. And this is probably going to be a little bit shorter than the rest because we don't want to spoil ourselves. So our podcast is going to be only around 15 minutes or so because we so far we've only made it through 30 of the games, so the content that we push out is not going to be very in-depth, so just be aware of that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I think the atmosphere of ReAnimal is very similar to Little Nightmares. It's a world where you're small and everyone's bigger. It's a way to signify that you're insignificant for everything else. And I feel like it captures that same way. It captures the same way that Little Nightmares 1 and 2 did. Number 3 I can't really say because I haven't played it, but the thing that Little Nightmares 1 and 2 did so good was being able to be so small, but being able to also have so much interactivity with your environment as well. And I feel like ReAnimal also does that because you're able to, there's so many spots, there's so many different things that you can do. The collecting of certain collectibles like the game art, the Easter eggs, Easter eggs in general. But I feel like the biggest comparison I have to Little Nightmares with ReAnimal is probably the the skin color from ReAnimal is very similar to what the Little Nightmares one first would look like. What's that guy's name? Tony? Something good. That's the time in the second game. So, I mean, I would compare the two. But they don't steer into the threat until they start getting close. Yeah. I mean, also for ReAnimal, I feel like there's other notions that they're way more, like, grotesque, like the mother. If you pull up a picture of the mother, the mother is like, I don't know what I guess it is. It's like a spider with the mouth of a leech, and it sticks out really like mannequin dimension. Yeah, it's really true. That's why it's just called the mother, because, yeah. That's why I think that creature, I'm like, no. Okay, I would take the skin stealer over the mother any day. Actually, if you notice, if you look at the skin stealer, its feet is actually backwards. Yeah, its feet are backwards. And I've heard that the skin stealer is actually somebody inside of skin that is not wearing the skin. As like a mask, kind of like a face type deal. Not real face, because it's his whole body. So just take it and take it out. That's why in the box where you're facing, there's a bunch of different skin suits. I don't know if you have a picture of those, but they are alive, and it's weird because I don't know why. Because I'm not far enough in the game yet to understand why. They're boundless and they eat us, and they just slither around like snakes. And when you remember the first one, you have to take a plunger out of the toilet and you plunge the skin suit out of the toilet. This is where I think we're getting to the animal much more grotesque than ReAnimal compared to Little Nightmares. I mean, okay, so the issue is like all kinds of things. When it comes to Little Nightmares, we always get out and making grotesque monsters. Yeah. However, I feel like there is a lot of context that's taken into what these creatures are like. It's like the reason we do. Like in just the layers of crystal, you have the to a rock, something like that, right? With all of the practices on it. Yeah, but okay, here's the thing though. In Little Nightmares, each they never go take monsters, but they were doing million things. Like the jungle, like doing creative things. I think it's jungle, they're doing really hard, and the sharks are doing he's performing like experiments while you're there. And that's obviously I don't know about those experiments, probably. But I think we're jumping a lot of blood. I feel like that's really cool. That is just back to my point is that the creatures in ReAnimal, they don't, there's no like defined purpose. You know what I mean? The skin stealer, he's not, he's doing something that's abnormal. He's taking people's skin and wearing them. Yeah, there's also various, I think, picture of the ice cream truck. He was doing that truck. It always feels like his logo, or the Korean culture type, was an ice cream, which makes it even worse. Because if you look at the undertone of that, you're small, right? He's in an ice cream truck, and he takes you. I mean, there's a little bit of this. I mean, I could see it, but the name that was given to him, I believe it was the skin stealer. I think that's just what we're calling him. I think if we can look up his actual name, I think it's the sniffer. His name is the sniffer. No, it's not. It's the sniffer. It is. It's the sniffer. The sniffer. No, it didn't. I swear, I don't care what the name was now. Yeah. You're calling him skin stealer. That's not a fitting name. Yeah, they call him. I wonder why they call him the sniffer. Maybe it's like similar to, you know how the janitor was blind? Maybe he's also blind, but instead of wearing a punch, he's wearing a hearing and something still. I don't think so, because whenever you walk out in the open, he sees you, bro. He sees you. He doesn't say how he's in the way. If that was the case, remember that part where he was like walking with the, what was it? Oh, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played through the first part of the game. There's a part of the game where like you're behind a dumpster and he's moving the dumpster. You don't think you would have smelled us from right there. It's a dumpster. You know what else you want to smell there? Yeah, but here's the thing though. We're literally right below him. We're right below him. There's no reason why he wouldn't be able to smell us. Maybe more in more recent, I think. Maybe. Like maybe in war he does rely on sense of smell. Yeah, and that's the interesting thing is ReAnimal, there's not really like a lot of context being given. You're just kind of thrown into the world. That's all it is. You notice that like if we pull a picture of the girl that we're partnered with, actually not a multiplayer. Yeah. Which I think is also a little bit of an addition. Yeah. Anything all the companies made that made Will Hunters. They did it with Will Hunters 3, but Will Hunters 3 kind of flopped. So it wasn't really. If you look at all these characters, though, there's been more other than this. It seems like all of these little logos, right? This looks kind of like a rebellion almost. Yeah. And it's like, there's more of them. Clearly, there's more of them. No Nightmares and Nightmares 2. There's only 2 or only 1. Yeah. I also think, only 1 for me. I feel like my only issue with like having multiple people is it takes away the isolation aspect. So I guess it's the thing about having multiple players, it takes away the isolation. The one that I got so perfectly was the ability to be a little girl in a big world where you're all by yourself and you have to figure it out by yourself. Completely isolated. Yes. But in here, you actually have the ability to have teamwork, and I feel like sometimes that might take away the skill factor just a little bit. Well, I think it more depends on who you play with, not the actual aspect of the game being there. Yeah. Like with AI, you know you're going to do absolutely nothing. That's true. Yeah. So you can still feel isolated because you know it's not real people, and most times you're going to be useless. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm going to give it a minute. Let's do some theorizing. What do you think is going to happen? Like, what do you think is the ending resolution to all this? From what we've seen so far. So, from what we've seen so far, clearly, it's very aggressive. They don't like us. We've probably made all this shot at someone. Yeah. But, this time around, I don't think there's, like, a mastermind. Yeah. I don't think there's some headstone above it all. I don't think there's, like, someone pulling the strings. What I also think was interesting was there's a lot of animals that are, like, huge. Oh, yeah. And, like, because we have the giant pig. But if you think about it, Well, I know, but dude, he's like the size of like the whole building. Right? He's big. Another big animal that we ran into was the giant pelican as well. If we can bring it up to you. Yeah, that pelican, he's correct. The weirdest part is like, unlike a normal pelican that flap, right? Mm-hmm. It's weird because when we look at pelicans, that flap is not down unless there's something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's in his flap? What's in that bottom jaw? Really, it's something like, it's either heavy or it's like, because it's dragging you down. I remember the part where there was like a bunch of birds and they were just like bombing into me. Dude, I couldn't do it. I was so scared right there. I was running from the lake, bro. They were right on my tail, bro. It was so scary. I mean, in terms of other fears, I mean, I'm thinking we might get more allies along the way. So far we have 3. Or, yeah, we allies for 3 is total. We rescued 1 friend. There's probably going to be more. Yeah. That also begs the question, does that mean there's more than 1 extra player? No. It's only 2 players. Because the 2 main characters are the ones you're only supposed to play as. It's like us 2 are going on like this. I mean, and what theory would you have? I mean, personally, I just don't, like, there's too much chaos for it to be coordinated. I mean, there's not really a lot to go off of right now. Especially at the point where we're at. But if I had to theorize, I'd probably go with the thing that First Studios likes to do is the loop. Because in World War 1 and 2, it's confirmed to be a loop. And I'm thinking maybe, okay, what if this is like, we rescue all our friends, but then something bad happens in the end, starts over again. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And honestly, I don't know if that would be creative or cool. Depends on how they execute it. Yeah, execution on the loop would definitely change everything. Like, if you compare how they exposed the loops from the Nightmare Execution to Bendy, because Bendy's a loop, like, those loop ideas are very different, and how you got there is also very different. Who's been your favorite enemy so far? The Skin Stealer. I don't like how he moves around. But in terms of just comparing to the other monsters we've seen so far, he's by far the most complex, like, enemy that we've seen. Because he isn't dumb. He's not an animal. Right? That is true. He isn't an animal. And he clearly knows. He's thinking. He knows something. Or I guess the mother really isn't an animal either, is he? Is that right? It's not an animal, but it ain't a human. It isn't even human. It's just a it. It's not even human. It's just a at least the Skin Stealer is human shape. Yeah. I'd probably say my favorite, just because of one reason, is Jack Big. Wonder why? Because he actually has a voice line. And that might tell you more ones that might have a lot of people to chance. Yeah, it's just but here's the thing though, why is he able to talk? Why? He also indulges in minor kind of person. Yeah. I think he's got a little hungry. He got a little hungry for his own race. I think that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out my Twitch at I_am_Eldenlord. And similarly, you can find me on Twitch at W2Breakman. Hope you guys will see you again soon. Thank you.